So today was the Ravens press conference, the Liars Luncheon, so to speak, and it was 42 minutes of chock full of information. I learned so much about the Ravens going forward. I really didn't. It was a bunch of talking in circles. As we know, they're just going to come there and feed us a bunch of lines, and the reporter's going to hit them with some softball questions except for one. I give one of them. I can't remember who it was, but I give him credit because he asked Eric DaCosta, "How do you feel these past three drafts have gone with you as GM?" And his response didn't answer. He just talked around it and didn't give a concrete, definitive answer on how he has done overall. A lot of fans think he's a genius. A lot of fans think he needs to hang it up. I don't know. I can't call it. I just know we don't have anybody that he's drafted that's in the Pro Bowl except for a kick returner. That's about it. So I'll let you decide where that goes. Then he spoke about something that kind of gave me pause. It kind of made me cringe a little bit. First, he said that they don't particularly take to smaller offensive linemen. So that might mean that Linderbaum is out the picture because they prefer big people inside the trenches. Didn't say whether he wanted people that could play. He just said they prefer big. So we already know what they're looking for in their evaluation. So we're losing out on some players that may be a little bit smaller, but they're strong and they have technique. So they're getting passed by because the Ravens want big. And I think the greatest example of that is Ben Cleveland. Last offseason, we fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Like we saw the pictures of this big hulking dude and we were like, yeah, that's what we need until we saw him play. And a couple of times he got used and abused. I mean, Aaron Donald, he is Aaron Donald, but for Cleveland to be so big, he shouldn't be getting pushed around like that. And he's really not that good in pass blocking. I mean, it is what it is. So that kind of explains a little bit on the offensive line front. Then he also said he prefers bigger running backs. Once again, I don't give a damn about the size. How can they play? Let's focus on players that can play. Let's not focus on physical attributes or aesthetics. Let's go with, are they football people? Do they love what they do? And can they play? These are the most important questions. Not how do you look in a t-shirt. How imposing are you standing next to the next guy? Like, we don't need that. So that says a lot about our scouting process of the players that we're looking for. Now, he also spoke about we may take an offensive lineman in the first or the fourth, which probably means it'll be the fourth. I mean, we are known for defense, so I don't know. But he did speak of undersized defensive ends. So you'll go undersized at defensive end because it's a possibility a lot of those undersized guys can play. Like, truth be told, but we don't go for undersized athletic people on offense. He also said that they probably would take 1 to 2 corners. So I hope that's not an indictment of our first round pick because you can find corners later on. Now he said it was a deep draft full of corners. Find it later. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not the first round. Do not do Derek Stingley. Don't do it. Please don't do it. But we already know. So then that brings me to John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh says we have a vision, we have a draft plan, and we have a direction on which we want to build this team. What direction is that, John? What direction are we going in? Because I don't know. I mean, I need somebody to tell me what is the identity of this team. Do we have an identity? because whatever plan or project or whatever they have put in motion, it ain't moving. It's stuck. It actually is going in reverse because we're regressing. So what is this plan, John? And I thought it was funny because Eric DaCosta was like, yeah, we got 10 draft picks, but we might have a little less. We might have a little bit more. And he got a little excited. And John was like, no, maybe we'll just stay with 10. So is that a little something saying that John has a little bit more say so in this draft process than we know? I know he gets a couple picks here and there, but does he have total control or a final say, so to speak, in who we draft? I don't know, but something. There's a conflict somewhere in there with the players that we're taking. I don't know what the divide is. I don't know what the problem is, but there's a difference in draft ideologies, and it ain't working. We have not drafted well, and Eric did not answer the question. I'll answer the question for you, Eric. No, you have not done a good job. You've drafted 50-11 guards, and none of them have panned out, and we've traded some away. You got to do better, bruh. You got to do better. We have a limited coaching staff. You can't send them duds that they can't coach up. It doesn't equal a winning formula. So we got to do a little bit better on that one, homie. I'm just saying. Now, to top off all of this information-filled presser, John Harbaugh said, look, plain and simple, we just got to win more games. We got to win more playoff games. We got to get to the Super Bowl. No shit, Sherlock. Like, no shit. Like, we play to win the game. Isn't that what Herm Edwards said? I mean, like, that's a no-brainer. Like, why would, like, we know this. So, if you want to win more games, Jonathan Harbaugh, you need to take the necessary steps to get us over the hump. You need to stop putting players in your doghouse. You need to get an offensive coordinator, or at least get Roman the help that he needs to get to where we want to go. Like, this shit ain't working. Y'all can say what y'all want about whether Roman needs to stay or whether Roman needs to go. But the point of the matter is, we're not getting over that hump. We're not. I mean, we're not. Our season is just like this press conference. A whole bunch of nothing. A whole bunch of nothing. A whole bunch of promise and lip service, and nothing got accomplished. So, hopefully between now and the draft, we make a couple more moves, and then we draft accordingly and get this right. So, that's my summation of the 42 minutes in under 10. Till next time, y'all. Deuce.